I look forward to decimate Avalon King's Fiero. And keep in mind, this is literally junk. I was literally throwing these mufflers away. Oh. Take the hacksaw here and slice it. Either holding my breath is not working or breathing in my shirt says that I didn't take a shower today, and it's grossing even me out. Oh, what's up today, people? I am the evil genius building this Toyota MR2 to defeat Agent Andrew Howell of Avalon King with his Pontiac Fiero. Like this is gonna be hard. Seriously. Okay, so anyway, this build, for everybody young out there, just want to show how you can make a really quality car using primarily elbow grease, a little ingenuity to, frankly, not have to spend more money than you have to. I've got really cool fiberglass fender flares coming. We're going to fix some of the rust and we're going to buff out the car. Obviously, you guys saw the NRG seats going in. The NRG seats, I think, are actually reasonable quality. I'm happy with that. We're going to have to weld up the tracks here soon. And I did a new steering wheel. But right now, I've got to do an exhaust system. Because if you take a look here, I've got the stock muffler and system, which, you know, it's heavy and it's ugly, and I can't imagine that sounding cool. Maybe it sounds cool, but it looks stupid. So, as some of you may remember, I built a Ducati custom motorcycle last year where I had a 900 SS from the 90s, which had two big long mufflers, and since it got laid down, one of the mufflers was trashed, and nobody likes stock mufflers on motorcycles. So what I've done is, each one of these two things, I've cut them shorter. And actually, this on the MR2, I'll walk over and show it to you guys. And I'm going to show you how I'm putting them together here and whatnot. So I welded them together here, and I'm going to cut it when I need the section, and then I'm going to weld another tube on so it slips onto the rest of the system here in the center. But I'm going to go to a center mount. I think that'll look cool, a little more symmetrical. And I've made this so it fits right in here like this. So I think those two tips is going to look really cool. Not going to have any issues with ground clearance. And this cutout here is where the exhaust normally came out, is so small that I don't think it'll look stupid. I think this is going to look really neat and give it a good sound. These are typical glass pack type mufflers with a perforated tube in the middle, and obviously all this fiberglass based sound deadening material. So I'm going to show you how I've done this. Now, if you look, this is the tip that came off the other, and that's what I was banging on the table to have pop out. And you can see the tube. This is made of stainless steel, and then the perf tube fits over this, and it's packed with the glass, i.e. the term glass pack from the olden days, you know, like those cherry bomb mufflers and stuff. Well, there's not a whole lot to it. Now, truthfully, the one of these mufflers, the inner diameter of this, is frankly big enough for the 4AGE engine, and the exhaust that comes off the headers is approximately this diameter. So I could have honestly have just run one and it would be fine. The exhaust gas velocity will be higher, but doing the two, one, it looks cool. I had both, it's symmetrical, it's kind of neat. But what will happen is, in theory, the exhaust gas will slow down as it comes through here and hopefully have a little bit more time for sound absorption to happen. Now the reason I pulled this out, it's got this tube here where it slides over in there, but since this got cut, it is the same ID and the same OD as the tube it needs to fit over. So now, naturally, you could potentially take this to an auto parts store that is kind of old school and would have one of those swaging machines, hydraulic swagers, which would be real nice. You stick it on the press and it squishes it out. And I know some of you guys probably have ones that you crank with a bolt, like a nut and a bolt and a wrench, and it squishes it out. But we're not going to do that. This is all about elbow grease and kind of cheap. So truthfully, keep in mind, this is going to be inside. No one's going to see it. All it has to do is center. There's no like crazy pressure on it. It's not going to rattle. So I'm literally just going to take the hacksaw here and slice it so that it can kind of fold out and just center itself on there when you put it together. Okay. And I know that seems really like overly simple, kind of jank, but you know, who's to argue with it? It works. It'll work just fine. And these mufflers, I literally had laying around. I literally put them outside on the scrap pile. I was not even going to use them. One was rashed, so nobody's going to want that for a bike, and they're stock. But, you know, it's something that I can just sort of fab and make up real quick for the car, and it should work great. And this metal's relatively soft, so I can literally just bend it here with my fingers, even though it's round, so it makes it harder to bend because it's not flat. It kind of has to mush that out. Okay, so it's mocking me. It's mocking me! It's being difficult. I have to push on this a little bit. Anyway, so there we go. That's easy. Just need something a little better on my finger, I guess. Okay, so I just made that flare out a little bit. And I know that looks real jank, you guys, but it's the end of the muffler. It's going to sit in there just fine. I know some of you are going to yell at me for not having a dust mask, so I'm at least going to do this, because you will get tiny little particles and stuff flying up. I need to get a couple of dust masks, but I wasn't really planning on this. So anyway, going to locate this down in there in the old packing material. I got to find the... Okay, there it is. Gonna go ahead and tap this on. Give it a tap, tap, taparoo. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna shove now the packing material sort of blows out and kind of makes it more cavernous and it loses its effect. So since these got cut, there was the packing material from the rest of the muffler. And I can just yank that out of there. At least some of the stuff that's better. And keep in mind, you guys, like I really should have a mask on, so that's why I'm kind of burying my face in my shirt. And in a moment, I'm going to walk away from this area, because I can promise you there's a lot of crap in here that you don't want to be breathing. Everybody's going to be yelling at me, Casey, you need dust? I don't have any dust masks right now. You need to stop working and go to the... Just... Yeah, I know, life sucks. Okay, so here we go. So now, I just need to orient this. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to walk away from this because holding my breath is not working. Whew. Okay. Either holding my breath is not working or breathing in my shirt says that I didn't take a shower today, and it's grossing even me out. And that's why I'm an evil genius, because I apparently like that sort of thing. Okay, I got a fresh breath of air, so I'm gonna go back here. Let's go back and shove this thing. Get in your hole. All right, don't die, camera guy. Okay, whoa, Joe, be careful. Okay, so this is one of those things where you gotta hold your tongue right, kind of work it in there, because it fits real tight. It's kind of being a jerk. Ooh, this one is being a jerk. Okay, come on. Maybe if I just hit it really hard. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's gonna make it worse. All right, here we go. Come on. Daggone it. Okay. And it fits so tightly that you really want to get it centered, because you're not going to be able to twist it. These tips sort of angle, and you want to have them angled evenly. I might have to come back to this, debird or something. Ooh, am I getting it? Yes. All right. Reasonably straight. Okay, here we go. Oh, good, it's centered properly. I think. I hope. Okay, so now I'm going to have to drill some holes for rivets. Let's go over here, away from all this malarkey. All right, now I'm going to take this stuff off since it's got cement material on it. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any rivets hanging around. Now, I don't think I have any stainless steel rivets like these originally were. I have aluminum ones. I probably have some normal steel ones. Now, truth is, this is going on a street car. It's probably going to see rain. I don't know how long this is going to last. And it doesn't, you don't have to be a total freak about it. It's good. There's such a thing, you guys, as good enough. So right now, I'm just going to, I guess I'm going to start here so it's at least down from this. Right to the original hole. That's amazing. Okay, let's find some rivets. Watch your step, camera guy. Okay, there's some rivets. These are like old ones laying around. Might as well use the old ones. Okay. This is sort of like, old guys will know, your shop, look at these. You collect hardware like this is, a lot of this hardware in the bottom is actually old junky metric bolts from old Ferraris when I used to work. I just kept all the junk stuff they were going to throw away. And then stuff that I bought, obviously. And then just things you collect, all those little knickknacks that, you know, make you look like kind of a pack rat and seem like you're keeping all the junk, but all that weird junk is really valuable sometimes. And you know, I bet you it'd be helpful if I actually had the rivet gun with me. Let's see, did Genius Garage people take my rivet gun? I think they did. Where is it? Why am I not finding it? It's in here. Oh, it is. There it is. Okay, I got a rivet gun. Let's do it. We have a pneumatic one that we used for building a Sopwith Camo biplane, but I'd have to hook it up. This is easy. Okay, that kind of went too easily. My concern is that I didn't oh yeah, I hate to say it. I think I screwed up, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna admit something. I should have drilled this closer to the end. I don't think I even hit the stainless steel. I think I missed it. So I screwed up. So one of the things about being distracted on camera or doing things quickly, learn from my mistakes, young ones. Darn, that's annoying. Fortunately, the edge of the thing is going to go here and you won't be able to see my mistake. But everybody will know on YouTube because that's what happens. All right. Let's see if I can miraculously get this to drill somewhere good. Okay, now that one had to go through the original hole because that drilled too easily and it's very close to the edge. So I think I got lucky on that one. Or we'll start this thing up, drive down the road, and both these caps will just blow right out and I'll be like, whoop-ah! And that'll be cool too. And I'll pretend that I did that on purpose. But that's pretty frustrating. I feel really dumb about that. Okay, well, let's see if I can get lucky and estimate where these other holes are perfectly, because that'd be cool. Here we go. Yes. Okay, got it. Well, this one's at least going through actual holes and providing actual effort that's helpful. I'm not super into these old rivets. Like, they'll work, but they seem kind of junky. Like, they're not going to hold that tightly. And keep in mind, this is literally junk. I was literally throwing these mufflers away. We're going to recycle them, you know? So, throwing together a kind of cool exhaust system for the MR2, I'm all about. Some of you may notice this is bent. It's kind of down and not even. Of course, the bike was laid down, so it got bent a little. So. They're not perfect, but you won't see that stuff. I am going to use those stock positions with the original bolts to hold it together. But so I need to get one of these to work. I'm going to have to drill this through the stainless, take my time. Yeah, guys, I mean, you can buy all kinds of brand new stuff and have all high-end stuff, but you could easily spend a few $100s making something. This is literally junk that I had laying around from another build, a bike. And this is going to look cool on the MR2. I mean, that's kind of cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's going to work great. So I'm going to look at this real quick on my chop saw. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold that reasonably to cut it evenly. I might be able to move this out to about here and hold it from the other side. Of course, I want to put on some ear protection and hand protection. I'll do that. Yeah, that probably would work. So this is the approximate diameter of one of them. I'm just going to use this as a visual reference as to where I could cut it. So about to where my finger is would be enough. Maybe I should just do that with a hacksaw. Hacksaws are kind of jank though. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it with masking tape, and I'm going to cut it with a hacksaw. Now, the trouble with hacksaws, for everybody know, it can be relatively easy to get them to cut sideways. That's kind of annoying. They'll walk. So you got to sort of watch them there. And this wraps around funny, so I'm kind of just using a point. Okay. All right, let me, I really want to cut it with that because I know it'll cut it straight. I'm looking for my earplugs. Camera guy, you want some earplugs?
Sure.
Oh, I'm wearing my earplugs. I'm so smart. Here you go. These are almost new. All right, see if this works. I hope it does. I don't want to get hurt. Man, this is just not going to be easy here. Darn it. It's not going to work like that. Can I make it work like this? I don't know. Maybe. I know I'm not using this properly, everybody. I know. But I'm a master at using things improperly and getting it to work. And usually not hurting myself. Okay, this is one of those do as I say, not as I do kind of thing for literally everybody young watching right now. I'm going to take this high speed real slow. Do not do it like that. Do not do it. There's a lot that can go wrong. Okay, but that looks nice. That's about the right size hole there. Okay, so I'm just going to sand out the flashing, that molten metal that creates the sharp razor sort of edge. If you leave that in there, it's just going to get in your airstream. Eventually it'll potentially corrode and blow out, but you might as well get it now. That's thick. Thick one. Interesting. Probably hit that with a grinder. Okay guys, so that's pretty reasonable. I don't have the right size exhaust. I might actually. I might have some laying around here. It's a mild steel anyway. I don't know about stainless. This looks like about the right size right here. Ooh, this might be stainless. Oh, it's the right size though. It looks a little small. Looks a little small. Darn it. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? Oh, come on. Give me the right size. Ooh, that might be the right size. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so what I got here, now I may not weld this on now, you guys, because I want to cut what's on the MR2 and I want to get the angle right, because if I'm not mistaken, so this will go like that, those will bolt on, you'll hold it, and then I think this is going to have to angle down slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably squish this slightly to make it a little oval so it fits better, a little better here. Actually, maybe don't not need to do that. Might be able to just cut it at an angle. I want to make sure that angle matches up, and then I've got the right diameter here. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is exactly the same diameter. Okay, so make it right. So I just need to get the right angle, and then I can weld on whatever amount there I need. I think that'll weld up really nicely. So anyway, guys, here is my evil Ducati / Toyota MR2 exhaust. I'll be getting that on next, but I don't want this video to go on too long and bore the crap out of you guys. But I think it's going to sound good and be really cool. I wanted to do this right now so that the car can be correct with the exhaust. And then the next thing I'm going to do is getting it, while I'm waiting for the fender flares, going to be getting it running right. It's idling way too high. It's idling at an evil 2,000 RPMs, and that's no good. So we've got to figure that out. I noticed the oxygen sensor is not connected. And the battery is held in by bungee cables, which is stupid. And there's a lot of things in here which is stupid. So a lot needs to change, and I'm going to be going over that here next. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this, just keeping a reasonably priced build, putting in the elbow grease to make a really nice car. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to decimate Avalon King's Fiero. Please share this. Naturally, like, comment, and of course subscribe. But more importantly, hit that bell. That's how you can tell YouTube you actually want to see good content and not just sensational garbage. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
There are many tools, tricks, and products that help me do all these automotive adventures. And one of them is ceramic coating by Avalon King. This stuff literally bonds to the molecular level of your paint to keep that long-lasting shine for years. And better than any old conventional wax literally can. Nobody actually has time for wax on, wax off anymore. So give Avalon King a try. You can go down in the description, buy some. You're going to be glad you did.